Take notice that a regular meeting of the Golf Course Advisory Board of the City of Pharr is being held today at, at the Pharr City Hall. And with that being said, I will go ahead and call the meeting to order. Um, Roll call and possible action on the excusing of any absent members.
George Gonzalez,
Present?
Rudy Martinez,
Here.
Hector Gomez, Michael Pacheco, Javier Garcia,
Here.
Jaime Villarreal,
Here.
Myla Anderson, here, Ricardo Medina, and Niall Gruen.
Here. I will also entertain a motion to excuse any of the absent members at this point in time.
I move to excuse.
I'll
Se-
second it.
Second?
I'll
Okay.
second.
I have a first and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed?
Aye.
Motion passes. Item two, administrative, 2A, approval of minutes for April 2nd, 2024, regular called meeting. As you all know, those were included in your packet. If anybody has any questions, this is the time to bring it up to my attention. If not, I will go ahead and entertain a motion
I
for
so move.
approval.
A second.
First and second, all those in favor?
Aye.
The ayes have it. For the record, Mr. Pruneda walked in. Welcome to the meeting, Mr. Pruneda.
Pacheco.
Mr. Pacheco, I'm sorry. I apologize. We're at item 2A, sir. Which we already approved, correct?
Yes.
Item 2B, revenue and expenditure report through the month of March 2024. Frank, I believe this is yours, correct?
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir. For the record, my name is Frank Nunez. I'm the manager for Tierra del Sol Golf Course. You can see for the month of March, we had a revenue of $121,966.76. Expenditure, we did have $98,116.81, which still left us with a profit of $23,849 dollars and 95 cents. On the revenue history summary, from last year, we were at $84,456.49. This year, we were at, for the same month, we did $121,966.76, which is a difference of $37,510.27.
That's over last year, that same month.
I'm sorry?
That was over last year, that
Yes,
same month?
the 84,000.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Wow, that's good.
Mhm. Any questions?
Frank,
Yes, sir.
so for the month of March, okay, that's the running total, right, on the last
Correct.
column?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yes, okay. Does anybody have questions for Frank regarding the revenue expenditures history summary? I do, Frank. I know it's early do you have any preliminary numbers for April? Because I'm assuming by that time we didn't have any of the winter Texans, they were already gone, right? Most of them?
Most of them have left already. April, we still had like, maybe like, I would say like 75% of them still here. But yeah, they're all gone by now. But that's why, I mean, we kept having winter Texans still here. Some stayed a little bit over, so.
Yeah, because historically speaking, that looks like, and that 1920 was the pandemic year, correct?
Correct.
So
Yes, sir.
actually, it looks like we still did okay the last 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you really don't have any idea by just looking at the activity we had overall in April?
No, sir, no.
Okay. I don't have any further questions. Does anybody else?
I have a comment, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, sir.
Arturo's got the greens looking as good as they've ever looked. I've been here 6 years. The weeds were sprayed and they're dead. The fairways, he's letting them grow because the watering, that's gonna increase this number. That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
That's gonna increase this number.
Mhm.
we appreciate that comment, Frank.
Sure.
Arturo, of course, you're doing an excellent job as well.
And just to add to that, sir, I try to be out there with the golfers whenever I have a chance. And I've had golfers that come in, they're coming in from McAllen Country Club actually to come and play over here. And I hear nothing but good comments. There's some areas that we are working on. I know the back areas 13, 12, 13, and 14. We are working on them. We did get a company come in to take soil samples.
And I believe, I don't mean to stop you there, Frank,
No, sir. Go ahead.
but I think that's gonna be an item C,
Yes, yes, sir.
correct?
Jumping the
So,
gun.
at this point in time,
Okay.
I'm just
Just
gonna,
hold on to
I'm
that.
just
Yep,
gonna
yep.
stop you,
Yes,
hold
sir.
that thought. Besides the comment that we had, are there any other comments and or questions for Frank? No? Then I would entertain a motion, since this is an action item, for the approval of revenue and expenditure report, please.
So move.
Motion and second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
The ayes have it. Okay, Frank, now we can go into 2C, status report, golf course, pro shop, and kitchen operations, sir.
Mr. Lopez, you want to give the report?
Good afternoon, everybody.
I guess
Uh,
you're gonna
so-
defer to him to the actual golf course first to begin with, right?
Or the operations. What are you gonna do first?
Oh, okay.
Whatever you wanna do.
We'll do the operations first.
Okay, very well.
And then I can have Mr.
Sorry, Arturo. We'll come right back to you.
Yes, sir. So in your package, the report of all the sales, pro shop, kitchen. If you have any questions on that. The daily sales report.
Frank, do you have any number, Mr. Chairman?
What?
Frank,
Yes,
do you have any numbers on the new ball dispenser, or is it working?
I asked finance to give me a report on that. As soon as I get it, I'll forward it to you all. It is doing good. As far as I can see, people are, they've been golfing a little bit extra in the evenings. Because yes, the golf shop closes, but then,
The lights are on.
the lights are on. My cart guys, I have them staying till 9 o'clock now because people are
That's the
people are
operations.
golfing. They're
Yeah.
coming in to use the driving range. So, it is it is a positive instrument that we
Are
got
you still
there.
having problems with walkers?
Uh, Actually, no, sir. To be honest, I've been going in the evenings myself, and even at night, I go with a flashlight, and it's been people have been paying attention or obeying the rules now. I did have a incident with a gentleman. And I don't know who he is. The staff there knows who it is. He was driving around with his son, and I
He
had a
always does that.
I
for
had a
years.
tournament going on, and he blew up on me.
No, the reason I asked
Yeah.
that, Frank, is Sunday morning. Do you have any marshals on Sunday?
No, sir. And
Yeah,
that's
this is it.
that's one of the problems that
Yeah.
my marshal they want a marshal during the week. I don't need you during the week. I need marshals in the weekends, in the afternoons. The morning it's all golfers,
Have
true
you
golfers.
thought maybe of paying the afternoon marshal, Sunday afternoon marshal?
I can
Look into
look
it.
into that.
And
Yes,
I'll,
sir.
I'll tell you why I'm saying this. Sunday morning, and we start sun up.
Yes,
So
sir.
by 8:15, we were on the back nine,
Yes, sir.
and there was a lady walking, and I kept yelling at her, and I didn't want to get close to her, but I kept saying,
Sure.
"Move away, move away." She wouldn't. So your water guy was coming around the back way.
Right.
I hailed him over, and I said, "Go talk to the lady." And I left it at that.
Yes, sir.
We got around to 14. She was still walking the
Still
trail.
walking. Okay.
And according to this guy, they've talked to her several times, and she refuses to.
Okay.
She moves out of the cart path away,
Off
but
onto the
just
grass.
on the edge.
Yeah,
Right.
And I kept yelling and saying, "We're going to hit you. We're going to hit you."
You know, I
She
guess,
It's a blonde lady.
She
kinda
walking a little dog.
Not this time. She was on the telephone, but it's a short lady with blonde hair.
Yeah.
You need
We've
people
had
out there after
encountered her.
5.
after 5, yes,
After
sir.
5, that's when all the walkers
Yep,
and
yep.
it just becomes a park, especially on the back.
You know, and that's a problem. I know I talked to Mr. Alanis, maybe looking into fencing that area, 'cause that is the problem area that we have. The front 9, I have
No
no
problem.
problems
Where
at
the
all.
where the hall is at, correct? In that area.
Yes, that little
Now,
area right there.
we-
It's
Todo from 11, from 12, from 11 all the way around to 16.
yes.
Now, this
People
course
people
is-
think it's a park.
this course has been built on having a lot of volunteers helping us out. And the marshals, I think, is the major thing that they help us with. Are we
Sure.
still compensating them as we have in the past, where we give them rounds
Free
and
golf.
whatnot?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Still
but
still doing that.
because I know we would have this issue in past years, and of course they want to work for us when they think they can help us, but obviously we have to dictate that.
Right.
You know, so
Mhm.
they need to understand that it's kind of, we're giving them something. I mean, we're getting something, and when they're getting something in return.
Yes, sir.
Um, that was just a comment. The other question is, you said it's dropped off considerably as far as the issues, but obviously that's not the case. Has
Right.
any action been taken about against anybody? Because I know you had talked about last month about that the police department was
Right.
bike patrol or whatnot. Is that
Yes.
still
You know,
present?
yeah, it's still going on, sir. But these people, they're watching. So once the police get leaves, they're gonna go out.
Yeah,
They-
Frank, but my question would be, have you ever issued a ticket or warned somebody like sternly, not just, hey, move out of the way? Once you do that to one person, the word will
Yes.
spread.
And
And we've been having this issue for years.
no,
now,
no, yes, sir. Yeah.
and if we could somehow give them a 1, 2 person trespassing ticket or whatever it is,
Right.
$50, I don't
Right.
know how much that,
Mhm.
something that would spread quickly, it will, but we've never done that.
And I talked to Chief Gonzalez, and he was gonna look into it if we can do that, which I think we can,
There's
because
signs out there.
it belongs to us.
But
No
yeah,
trespassing.
it's
So-
private property.
Well,
Yeah.
I suppose, well, I suppose it is and it isn't. It's private, but it's public. But it's public for a purpose, which
Right.
is the golf course. And
Okay.
our concern is somebody getting hurt,
Exactly.
obviously.
Exactly. Mhm.
We had talked about possibly getting the monitor, the station out there at one point
We
in
put
time.
it-
It's been out there.
We did put it out
Has
there,
that helped
sir,
us?
and
No.
they had complaints about the lights being too bright, invasion of privacy and all that. So the chief took it out. Yes, but it was out there.
That'll happen.
Yeah.
As soon as those things go up, it's the first thing that gets called in.
Hmm.
Is complaining about the lights being flashing in the back bedroom.
Yeah, but we did have it out there.
But his point is
think-
good. It's well
Yeah.
taken. Rudy's
Yeah.
point is well taken.
No,
no,
as far as
definitely.
Somebody needs to,
Definitely.
That's why that lady doesn't care.
because nothing's ever happened to
Yeah,
her.
and then you got you send your cart guys out there.
Yes.
Nobody backs them up, so
Yeah.
they all know.
Yes.
They all know.
I guess, is it you that talks to the police chief or
Yes.
Mr.
No,
Alaniz that
it's
talks
me.
directly? I guess if you keep the lines of communication open
Yes, sir.
at all times with him,
For
and if
sure.
he would be kind enough to let you know when somebody does get some sort of citation or a warning,
Hmm.
to let you know, that way you know, hey, something is, and that way you can at least let us know, yes, we know that this is happening, but
We'll
the
do.
action is being taken. But
We'll
you say
do.
that the police is still helping us out as far as patrolling out there,
Yeah, the bike patrol.
the bike patrol.
Bike patrol.
But
But
of course, they're gonna wait till they pass and then they're gonna come back.
They
Uh-huh.
they already
Uh-huh.
know. Uh-huh.
Precisely. Or they wait for you to get out of sight, because there's, Nala and I both have talked to several different ones. And you can watch, they'll watch you for a little while.
Yeah.
Then when you get supposedly out of sight, they go right back.
Hmm.
It's like kids.
Mr. Garcia, you had a comment or a question? sir?
We have the city walking trail just across the street on Hall Acres, just across 281. The city paid a lot of money for that walking trail.
And that's well
And
used.
Yes.
it's a matter of connecting
I use it a
connecting
lot.
the slap on the wrist with directing them to the walking trail. If they're gonna be walking, they can walk down Hall Acres all the way to the walking trail and
You would think,
do
right?
their thing.
Makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I mean,
it makes perfect sense.
but I guess they figure we live here We're paying
You
for
know,
this,
and
you know.
that's a good point, sir. The people that I have encountered, their first thing is, well, I live on plantation. I pay dues, so I go, yeah, but plantation. This is separate. This is the city of Pharr.
Well, we're gonna
Last
get
time
rid
we had a
of,
meeting, executive session was with the lawyer, talking about a letter to the HOA to help us out with these.
I think sooner or later that is not going to be an HOA. They're gonna have to open it up.
Mhm.
Well, I know us
HOA
discussing
doesn't
it here
do much
unfortunately is,
over there.
you know, an action has to be taken, at least,
Yes,
even
sir.
if it's one or two people at some point in time.
Rudy says.
Have you
yeah.
seen a diminished issue?
Honestly, yes. Like I said, I go out, you know, after 5, I take a drive. The back nine, like I said, is the problematic area, the back nine. So, and I've even taken my binoculars and, you know, I look around and, you know, I see people, I go over there and I let them know politely, you know what? I mean, this is private property, you know. A lot of them do listen,
Yeah.
but there's some that,
You know, Frank, it's, the ideal thing would be to put up a fence. I don't think we can afford to put up a fence.
yes, yeah. I know.
Well, I suppose, fortunately, we haven't had anybody get hurt, right?
That's the
Right.
problem.
There's been close calls.
But at some point in
There's been
time, when
close-
somebody does get hurt, that might not be, we might be having a different conversation at that point in time.
Right.
And are
The
we
thing of
liable?
it is, the mothers with the strollers and that's scary with the little ones.
Yes.
Yes, I've seen that.
So I'll revisit with the chief, sir,
Please.
and I'll have an answer for you. I'll invite him to the next meeting here. So he
Oh,
can
great.
address
That would
you
be
all.
great.
Yes,
We appreciate that.
yes.
Ahora sí estamos
Mhm.
listos para.
So this is item, C, golf course, pro shop.
And now,
So, you were talking about the golf course and Arturo was gonna talk about, were you gonna talk about the pro shop as well? In the kitchen?
Pro shop, I mean, we've been selling out a lot of items. I know this year I ordered Callaway shoes. I, I was skeptical about them because, you know, they're Callaway, they're kind of a little bit expensive, but I'm already selling out on those. So, you know, I'm gonna have to reorder. I have to order balls and everything. So people are coming in, they're buying our products.
Frank, I have a
Yes, sir.
question, Mr. Chairman, if
Yes,
I
sir.
may. Did you say that in order to know how much money is being made from the ball dispenser, you have to ask the finance director?
Right now, everything is going to finance, to our finance department.
So
Yes.
there's somebody like, because I forgive me, but I mean, people use their card or they use cash to get
Right.
balls, right? And so eventually somebody has to go
Cards only.
and take
Right.
out.
So the cards, that revenue is going up here to our finance department. So they should. I'll ask for a report.
I think I know we just got it in, but I think maybe what you should ask for is a report on a scheduled basis.
Okay.
Maybe like every Friday or every other Friday or however long you think you need before you need to know how much is in there, how much has been, because I think that's going to go with your inventory as well, right? Knowing how much you need to
Yes, sir.
buy in order to keep refilling it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think you just ask for it on a scheduled basis. That way
Okay.
you kind of always be updated.
It's not included in this, revenue report at all then.
Not yet. No, sir.
Any other questions or comments, ladies and gentlemen?
Oh, this is not money, yeah, gross revenue? On
Yeah,
the-
there's a
gross revenue on the
driving
on the
range
driving
report
range
in here.
revenue.
that's cash, I think.
Third
Yeah,
page
that's
says-
for the
Cash.
indoor.
Oh,
When
that's
you,
still not the
when they
machine?
sell
No,
the
not yet.
baskets.
No, sir.
In the pro shop. Not
In the pro
Oh,
shop.
not the machine?
Sales.
Yeah, at the counter.
Mhm.
Okay.
But some of that does reflect the mall dispenser because a lot of people don't have their credit card, so they pay cash for the coins. Then they go to the ball dispenser machine and
Oh,
get,
you have coins.
yes, yeah. You can either use a
Card or a coin.
card or you can buy the coins at the pro shop,
Oh.
and
I don't
you
know.
can come in whenever you want with those coins, and you can use the machine.
So the only
Yeah.
report you would get would be
The credit
people
card.
using their
Credit
credit
card.
cards.
Yes, sir. That's correct.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So you do have a partial revenue
Revenue,
report
yeah.
from the token transactions, I guess, if you will.
Yeah.
And then the credit card is the ones that we need to include in here.
Correct. Yes, sir.
Any other questions or comments in as far as this portion of item C? Kitchen operation?
Kitchen, we're trying to I'm gonna try to work on a new menu, better menu. I know I talked to a friend of mine, he's a chef, and I asked him to come in and look at our kitchen, give me some ideas of what I need to do to bring in the people. Okay, right now, to be honest, it is slow. Uh, I guess people need to see a different menu. And I know I've been going to different golf courses and looking at their menu and see what they offer. And I'm gonna see how I can incorporate that with ours.
If I may. At
Mhm.
one time, this was years ago, one of the things that was tried was advertising it at City Hall,
Mhm.
like burgers and whatnot, and we
Sure.
would have city employees that would go over there and buy a
Right.
burger.
Yeah.
And so you would have outside customers coming
Mhm.
to the actual golf course to actually eat there, not just relying on your golfers.
Right.
I don't know if that's something that you might want to look at, because even if it's something as simple as a burger, nothing fancy,
Mhm.
could we make money off of doing it, something like that? We have a lot of people who live in that area. I mean,
I know the ones that have been very loyal to us has been the housing authority.
Okay.
Yes, like almost every week they call us for 30, 40 burger baskets or whatever for their staff and all that. So they've been helping us out a lot, the housing authority. But I mean, I had an idea about that, like advertising it to the employees. I
Yeah.
mean, not just City Hall, like all departments,
Yeah, for sure.
and see what we can do, bring in people.
I mean, something as
Mm-hmm.
simple as selling a burger for lunch. Nowadays you go to Waterbury, you pay like $12 for a burger now. It used to be a lot less.
Ours is 7.25 the burger basket.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and they're good.
So,
So yes, sir.
any comments or questions for Frank? So I guess you can go ahead and turn it over to Arturo at this point in time, sir.
Good afternoon, everybody. First item, we arrayed the greens like 3 weeks ago, and we did some, we put some amendments, fertilizer, gypsum, we top dress them. That will help, the compact of the greens and give them some nutrients to the roots. Yeah, so we can see the results. Most of the greens, they look real nice. And also we're building a nursery in the back, all the way at the back of the diamond range. That will help us to fix some of the thin areas like 13, 14, and 15. But right now, I see lot of growth in those greens coming out.
You're right.
Yeah. Lot of growth coming out, and also like Frank said, we took some soil samples, and we got some a little Bermuda decline, and we spray for that, and I think that helps as well.
You got the results back then?
Yeah, and they got the Bermuda decline. Yeah.
Arturo, Mr. Chairman,
Uh,
Arturo, you tested for fungicide
Yeah,
like
yes.
on 14 because it does have fungus.
Yeah, yes, yeah.
And Saturday when I was playing the tournament, I was playing with a guy that knows about upkeep, and he was saying that the more fertilizer you spread, the more the fungus comes out, so that you have to fungicide it, do the fungicide,
Yes.
and after the fungus is grown, then you throw the fertilizer. Is that true or?
Yeah. Yeah, usually you after you
Because
put
you
together.
could poke around on 14 and you could see that there was fungus there.
Yeah, yes, yes. We took some soil samples and was a Bermuda decline. The Bermuda decline because of the humidity, the hot weather, humidity, and the dry weather. So that's especially those greens because those are weak with the roots because of the broken main line that we have like long time ago. So that's what that's the causes the problem. Yeah, yes. But it doesn't matter the fertilizer. The fertilizer will help, to increase the growth of the roots.
Right.
So even when I spray the greens, I put it together. I put the Bermuda decline, fertilizer, potassium, nitrogen. but you need to go like spoon feeding, very low rate. So that's no problem, you know.
And so your new garden in the back, in the,
At the nursery, yeah,
yeah, the nursery.
yes.
So you're going to plant that like on 14 and 15
Yeah, yes,
and
yes, in those
13
areas.
and all
Yeah,
those
yeah.
areas that,
Yeah,
that
just but we need to prepare, you know, because we need to, cut it little by little to make it the right height for the greens. And the greens right now, we used to mow a 125,000, but since the heat weather is coming, real hot weather, I raised it up 10,000 more. So I got
Yes.
it like 130,000. So it's helped because of the heat is coming. You
Yeah.
know, the Mother Nature is bringing some heat. Yeah, so we need to be careful, you know, with the greens, you know, because if we mow the greens real low, you will burn the leaf tissue because of the heat. Yeah, so we need to be careful with that.
Mr. Chairman,
Right.
the spray, whatever you did, it's killing the weeds.
Oh,
But
yeah.
the problem is
Yes, yes,
that the fairways do not have dirt.
yeah.
And so even if you have a little, now, you know better than I do. Uh, Even if you have grass, it's so thin because there's nothing underneath it.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering, is there any way to broadcast topsoil? I don't know. I'm asking. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, adding a little layer that'll help
Yeah.
the fairways.
Okay, yeah, the first we need to, like I said, they came and sprayed for the weeds like
Right. It
three,
looks great.
like
Yeah.
maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago. And then after that, we need to help the Bermuda, to start growing in. We need to put some fertilizer, water, since, it's been, a lot of negligence before we came in, Frank and
Right.
I. So it's going to take a little while until we get the golf course in good shape. Yeah, it was a lot of negligence.
You don't broadcast seed in the fairways?
We can do that, but first we need the irrigation. Before you put
Oh,
any
you haven't
fertilizer,
finished with the irrigation?
yeah,
not quite,
before
no.
you put any fertilizer, you put any top dresser, you need to have 100% irrigation. Go ahead, sir. Yeah, and so we built in a nursery in the back, to help
Yes, sir.
out, those thin areas. And also, I don't know if you, they came and put the controllers. They put 20 controllers. So that's been a very good improvement for the golf course because we've been watering some of the areas, greens. Little by little, we've been open some of the fairway tees. Like number 1, it's already been open, for water. Number 9, the diamond range. So it's a process, because to buy a lot of sprinkle heads at the time is very expensive. So Frank is giving us a few heads at a time so we can replace them.
So how many more do you think you need to replace?
Oh, it's gonna be a lot, yeah. Yeah, but
lot.
like I said, we can buy maybe like I was telling Frank, we can buy 20 heads, and we can replace those. And the heads that we pull them out, the ones that they
The
don't
used
good, we
ones.
can clean them out, fix them up, and then we can put them someplace else. So that's it's gonna
That's
that's
the
gonna help
process.
us a lot.
Yes.
You're recycling them.
Yes, yes.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir.
because of Arturo and his crew, Monday, my crew of guys, I think we had 9 guys, so we had a foursome and a fivesome. Noticed that the worm activity on the greens, the little black spots all over the
Yeah.
place,
Egg crawlers.
that is one happy green. And I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
16 out of the 18 greens had worm
I thought that
activity.
was dirt.
No, that's night crawlers.
It's worms bringing it up from the bottom. They're
Oh, it's
happy.
dirt. It's dirt, but it's crawlers
Yeah,
underneath.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
actually, I don't
That
know if
means
it's night
healthy.
crawlers,
I know,
but they're worms that are, and that's
That's
healthy. It's a happy green.
Yeah, but
I learned something new
right.
today.
Yeah,
It just
that's
have
they-
to have
they
to put
arrange.
on them, but
Yeah, they aerate and give it some air to the roots. And since, because a lot of golfers, they step on the greens has a lot of compact soils. So that's the aeration is been helping us to eliminate that compact.
And you know what I thought it was, Arturo? That you weren't cutting the greens in the morning. I
No.
said, look
no.
at all the dirt. They're not cutting the greens in the morning.
No.
No, they coming out, yes, yes,
sir.
but
We
They're
could-
real
if we
small
could-
worms.
if-
Night
well-
crawlers is a stretch. They're real
Yeah.
small.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, yeah.
not all night crawlers are, because my father used to raise them. but if you'd put an electric current in there and then they'd raise up and you'd find them. But it's, they're all sizes.
It's a
Yeah.
happy green.
Yeah,
Yeah.
happy green.
It's
Yeah.
a good thing.
Yes, yeah,
Very
good thing.
good thing.
And also, some of the greens have been, some of the thin areas in the greens, we put in some white dots. So we skip to mow those areas, so they're coming back. So you can see some of the runners, the stolons, they're coming out in between those areas.
Right.
Yes.
Okay, anything else, sir?
And I think that's,
Thank you very
No,
much
thank
for
you
your
too.
job. Keep doing what you
okay,
do
that's
and
my
helping us
pleasure.
out.
And I'll do the best for the city, for the community, for the winter Texas, and for the students.
We
Yeah.
appreciate that, sir.
Okay,
Thank you
all
very
right.
much.
Mr. Chairman, just real quick, sir, if I may.
Yes, sir.
On the year rating, I know the mayor had sent me a picture. Somebody sent him a picture of that we had just aerated, so that he thought what's going on. So I had to explain to him what the air rating process is, and then it was an old picture they sent him. So then I went, same area, super green. I took the picture and
Send it
I
back to
forwarded
him.
to him. I go, this is the process, and this is what's gonna happen once we aerate. That's gonna, the roots are gonna get stronger, and you're gonna get green grass. So
No,
But, yeah.
aeration is part of,
It's a process.
it's a process. I mean, you can't help that. You want to
Yeah.
go play in an aerated club? Go
Right.
ahead.
and on the whole 13 and 14, I had asked Mr. Lopez, okay, get a company, come and take soil samples, because I needed to know what's going on.
Right.
And so when we got the result, they told us, okay, well, you're gonna need this and this. I had already told them, order whatever you need, because I mean, I want those greens back to the way they were, and it's I know it's taking a little bit of money, but you know what? At the end, it's all for the community, the golf community, that it's gonna improve the, we're gonna have more people coming in.
Of course.
Yes, yes, sir.
Very well. Any comments or questions on item 2C for Frank at this point in time? If not, I will
I
go.
got one point.
Yes, Mr. Garcia, go ahead.
Since you finished up with the golfing community, I don't know if you all ever have on Facebook, have gone to, there's a website called RGV Golf,
Mm-hmm.
over 3,000 members. Browse over to Mission. And they're selling clubs, used clubs, whatever, asking for advice on golfing tips. But they also have travel across the valley from Harlingen, Treasure Hills just got sold. Treasure Hills here, TDS, and they'll mention that that picture you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
They mentioned it and had a picture in the Facebook
Oh, really?
about how the was it number one, which the front nine.
It was number 2, I believe.
Yeah, they were
Yes, sir.
talking about how the course is getting worked on, but and then they grade the greens, and they encourage you to come over here to this course,
Mhm.
or they discourage.
Yes,
And because word of mouth.
yes.
So I'm just saying that if you don't subscribe to it, that might be something for you to
Promote.
comment.
I will.
about the course.
That's a good idea. It's free, probably,
the
it's probably
sun-
free.
The sundowners, whatever, anything
Okay.
as far as the
Yeah.
condition of the course, it's free.
I'll look
On
into
Facebook.
that right now. Yes, sir.
Thank you for that comment, Mr. Garcia.
There's about 2 or 3 different
Okay. all right.
RGB, Golf 956 and Golf RGB. Yeah, but they're about 2,000 or 3,000 strong.
Okay. I'll take that. Sure.
All right. Any other comments or questions? If not, I will entertain a motion
So
for
moved.
approval of item 2C.
Okay.
I so move.
Second.
Niall.
I'll second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
You guys have it. Thank you so much. Item 2D, board comments. At this point in time, if there's any other comments that need to be discussed that have not been discussed already, this is the time to do it. If not, forever hold your peace.
Mr. Chairman?
Go ahead, Niall. Yes, sir.
Since it was common knowledge now that I'm on this board, the leader of our Wednesday Men's League, Eric Sigerson, has been calling me about every 2 weeks wanting an update on the course and what the course looks like, because when most of the Canadians left, it was a piece of crap. It didn't look good, it didn't play good. They just weren't happy. The thing of it is, they would consider not coming back if the course doesn't come around. And that's 200 Canadians and their wives. And they're not only not coming here to play, they're going somewhere else. They won't be here in Pharr. So it's pretty imperative that we make sure we support Frank and Arturo with what they want to do as far as
Niall,
the golf course.
Niall, I get the same email from
Do ya?
Eric. Yes.
Okay,
And we need to be honest with them too.
yeah,
You know, I mean, I'm part of the Wednesday league, but I think they were a little upset. I did not play the Wednesday leagues this year. I just didn't like the course.
Yep.
And so we need to be upfront with them,
Yep.
with Eric.
Yep.
Every time I respond to his emails, I tell him it's coming. It's not there yet. Let's wait.
I sent him pictures a few days ago of some of the greens. He thought they were awesome.
So that's word of mouth. Appreciate you advertising that for us. And I think this Facebook link that Mr. Garcia was talking about is something that we need to share with him as well. We're heading in the right direction. It takes time.
Yeah,
We're going to be coming up with some challenging times here in the next few months with the heat. We hope we get some good rain from Mother Nature and she helps us out. If not, then it's going to be a little bit harder for you guys this summer. But hopefully by the time they come back now, they'll be proud of what we have.
that's what I'm hoping.
Any other comments or questions from any other board members at this point in time? All right, this is not an action item, so I'm going to go ahead and proceed to adjournment. Item 3, entertain a motion for that, please.
I move.
Second.
Second, all those in favor?
Aye.
We're adjourned. Thank you all very much.
Thank
Have a nice
you.
evening.
Thank you.
Thank you, Frank, Arturo, for the work you guys are doing. We appreciate it.